Hello and welcome to Hyper Production TV. In this episode I'm going to be taking a in-depth look at Brainworx's plugin, the BX Room MS. This is a stereo reverb plugin which also has the ability to provide reverb in mono as well. The unique part of this plugin is that it uses two mono channels to then create sort of stereo width. That way you can actually really gain a lot of control over sort of the stereo image of that reverb. So what I'm going to do, I've got three elements here: vocal, guitar and drums. Now what I'm going to do is apply it on each one so you can sort of get a feel as to what it's going to sound like, what it sounds like to more less sharp transients, and obviously we've got the drums there to see how responsive the reverb plugin will be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down to here, I'm going to plugin Alliance, Room MS. These are available to download with a free 14-day trial. You just go on the website at Plugin Alliance and simply download the whole pack. I think it comes to, the complete bundle comes to about 4.5 gigabytes. Highly recommend doing it. And then when you open it up, it will prompt you to activate it. Okay. Now, the layout of this may look a little bit complicated if you're not used to sort of more in-depth plugins, but let me tell you, this is super easy to use. And yeah, you can create a lot of unique sounds when you dive into it. I think there's more or less, it states in the manual that there's sort of infinite possibilities. It uses an algorithm which they've created called True Space, which basically enables you to have a continuous range of acoustic spaces that's emulated, as well as mechanical plate reverbs as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have a look at up here is the quick select part of it. So on the left here with these 5 icons, it basically replicates the space that you want. So you've got ambience, you've got room, plate, hall and church, and then to the right of that you've got sort of plays on the reverb times or sort of the room size, which then obviously you can quick select small, medium and large. Now this is simply to give you sort of a quick access to different types of reverbs very easily and efficiently. Okay, so I'm just going to play around with a few presets so you can have a quick listen, and then what we're going to do is go into each element of the plugin a bit more in depth. So I'm just going to solo that here. Let's have a quick look. So I can see that transition from going from the dry signal going to fully drenched in the wet with the plugin is just seamless. It's yeah, really engulfs it. It sounds very natural. Let's have a little play around. Oh, another great feature about this plugin, which they've nailed on the head, which is such a simple thing, is when you click Fix Mix, that will basically, when you're going through the presets, it won't actually automatically flick the mix all the way to the right on wet. So you can basically control how much of the sound from the plugin that you want, and it will always stick there. Again, you can also click the wet solo, which you can just sort of quickly compare the dry to the wet as well. Okay, but I really thought that Fix Mix addition was really handy. So I'll show you quickly this Fix Mix. So then I think we're just on a default setting at the moment, but then if we go down to big warm vocals, let's say here, then you see there it's just going to stick, and then when I'm playing it I'll flick through and you'll see what I mean. So you can really find the sound that you're after very quickly. You can just, the A being referencing in this plugin is just absolutely nailed it on the head. You can quickly just get between sounds, and then easily enough, as soon as you've got one and you want to tweak a little bit, so there, then you just simply go on to down here, Save As. and then just obviously name the type of plugin that you want. So then you've got an instant recall there, and then just carry on as you're going. Now, the other really, really cool feature on this plugin is that you see up here it says ABCD. Now, I don't know another plugin that does this, but I'm sure there probably is. But if it's not, then I certainly know about it now. You can automate the different reverb types with this. So if you've got a particular part in your song that, say, you've got a guitar part that's really drenched in reverb, but then you don't want to have to spend ages like drawing automation to then reach that particular sound for the next phase of the song, you can simply just automate it to flick on to either B, C, or D. Now, I don't know another plugin, as I said, that does that. But then if we go down to automation here, go onto the Room MS there, click on Bank, and then if we click on one of these, it will then switch to B, C, or D. Now, I don't know another plugin that does that, but that is super cool. That is a really great way of saving you tons of time having to EQ, you know, sort of damp types and reverb sizes and times. You can just quickly go in the plugin and really just sort of let loose and then just save it to a particular bank. I mean, you've got a choice of 4 banks, so you probably won't need more than that on any one element, okay? Now, another cool thing about this plugin, like I mentioned earlier, it uses 2 mono channels to create a stereo field, which gives you ultimate control as to how wide you want the reverb plugin to output. Now, the way it does this is using this directive. Well, it uses 2 ways, actually. It uses the MS side, but you can also use it using this FX. Quickly, I'll go over the MS. So this is the mid side or mono stereo, however you want to look at it. Now, I'll show you. I'll keep on playing it, and then I'm going to explain what it is that I'm doing. Da, 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 da. Oh, 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 oh. Da, 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 da. Oh, 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 oh. So if you've got it all the way 100% to the left, it actually tells you, it says that it's in mono, okay? And you can instantly hear that it's just very down the middle. And then as we bring it up, you're going to notice it's going to be coming out in the stereo field. Now, when it's 100%, that does mean it's 100% coming out of the left and the right, okay? If we keep going, it kind of goes into sort of a super wide mode, which just creates this awesome sort of, you don't quite know where the sound's coming from sort of vibe. So let's just have a little look. So it kind of actually sits the core element, i.e. the vocals, back in the mix a little bit, and it really opens up that stereo field for the reverb plugin to come in. Okay, another one here, just pan it either way. It only works in mono, so if we do that. Okay, now the mono maker is where you can select how much of the frequency you want to be mono. So you can set the, with the stereo width, if that's all the way down to the left, you're basically controlling the width of the whole signal, all right? If we've got it set like here, basically what we're doing is monoing everything below that, okay, which is really handy because you don't necessarily want loads of low-end reverb that's stereo, because you're going to end up having a lot of phase issues and a lot of frequencies cancelling out each other. Okay, now another good thing, the main cream of the crop with this plugin is the actual reverb time, size, shape, and pre-delay features on here. So what I'm going to do now actually is just go through each of the elements, and I'm just going to flick through some settings. I'm going to play with a few just so you can get a real hear of what the plugin actually sounds like. Okay, so let's have a little quick listen to this plugin on guitars. Okay, cool. And let's have a little look, let's have a little listen to see what it's like on drums. I think that concludes it for our plugin review. So this is the Brainworx Room MS plugin Reverb. It's available from Plugin Align, so if you just head over to there on pluginsalign.com, download your free 14-day trial and just have a play with it. And by all means, you need this in your life. This is awesome. There's plenty of other plugins featured in the All Bundle. I'm still yet to have a look, and I'm sure there'll be some more review videos coming your way very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.